Good morning, YouTubers. This is NASCAR Man 3345 coming back at you for the midday break room show with our two friends, Anthony from Pittsburgh and Craig from the Land Shark Picker. We also usually have Tommy, the Bargain Effects on, but he will be in the chat. He'll be in the chat just checking everything out. So, Anthony, why don't you start us off?
Sure. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Anthony. I have a YouTube channel called Pittsburgh, and I do a lot of reselling content. I go to yard sales, garage sales, estate sales, Goodwill bins a lot. Any place I can go find stuff at a cheap price to resell for something more expensive, I'm there. So I do a lot of videos like that. I actually do other videos too. I do a live working hangout every Saturday. And every Tuesday, which is today, I do a 2 p.m. Bible study on my channel. So if you're into that type of thing, I invite you to come check us out at 2 p.m. today. Over to my man, Craig.
Cool. Hey, my name's Craig. Channel is the Land Shark Picker. I sell on eBay primarily. I sell on Amazon as well, Facebook Marketplace. Primary sourcing opportunities are thrift stores, auctions, estate sales, yard sales, all the typical stuff. I also source on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. So that's glad everybody could make it this morning.
Thanks, sir. Thanks very much, Craig and Anthony. As everybody knows me, NASCAR Man 3345, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, do yard sales, flea markets, toy shows, and diecast shows. I have auction that one goes off on Monday nights, and my racing on Friday nights. So we want to welcome in Rick Moore. Debbie does sales. Of course, Pittsburgh truck picker. Craig, the Cleveland picker. DC sells. So we want to welcome you all in tonight. We were talking really much. Today's, like I said, we usually don't use, we put up a title. Today is how long have you been reselling? It's pretty much we just go with that and then let the chat go with and ask questions, and we want to keep the chat really up and coming, and we want to let everybody know we appreciate y'all coming in. Hopman, thank you for coming in. Craig, let's start with you. How long?
Like I've said before, my story is, I don't want to say it's misleading, but I've been reselling full time for since April of last year. But I originally started selling in some capacity on eBay back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Always sold things kind of on and off throughout the years. Always, was working a corporate job, so didn't have a lot of time to do it. But every now and then to make a couple extra dollars. But full time since April of last year, and then another year or so prior to that, doing it part time while I was still working. So,
Anthony.
Yeah, I've been full-time reselling since it's probably been just over a year now that I've been full-time with eBay and flea markets and everything like that. But I've been reselling in some capacity, honestly, since probably the second grade. I remember going to grade school, and my mom would take me by like the little corner market in the morning, and I'd pick up a bunch of like those real big Jolly Ranchers and all these different types of candies, and I'd be slinging them in the homeroom. You know what I mean? So I've been hustling in that capacity pretty much my whole life, and I've done that a lot as far as like growing up collecting trading cards, stuff like that, video games. You know what I mean? Just hustling to get the next new thing. So that's kind of been a hobby and a lifestyle of mine as long as I can remember.
Cool. Like I said, it's the same thing with me. We've been doing it since we were kids, and then you really figured out, wow, I can make some money doing this type of stuff. And with the disability, that's when I really took it to the next level. Because I was doing yard sales, flea markets when I wasn't working myself. But really taking it to full bore about 3 years ago. And it's fun. And doing YouTube since like January. Well, I started in October of last year, but I did one video and just, wasn't feeling right, so I stopped. And then January, I said, you know what, this is the new year, and let's have some fun. So, but DC Sells says part time since '93, full time 20+ years, online for 7.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah,
It's good stuff.
So
Rebecca made it in. Good morning, Rebecca. Sherry McD, glad you could make it again this morning.
good morning, Cliff. Boondock Buy Sells. So he's really good. I like talking to Cliff because he sees another aspect of it, being in Canada and how different things sell for him up there.
But that's not real money. That's all that colorful play money up there. You know, I always joke about that. That really, I went one of the first times I went to Canada, and I don't remember what year it was. Maybe 96, 97, give or take. And they had just come out with the loonie and the toonie. The loonie, I think, was the $1 coin, and the toonie was the $2 coin.
Okay.
And the toonie was really cool. It was a copper, looked like a penny in the middle with a silver outline around it.
Okay.
It's a really cool coin. 2.5 years. Excuse me.
More 2.5 years being same thing. Yeah. Amazon, I don't have the financial backing to really hit Amazon. I've been telling people about it, but it's just I don't think it's for me right now because I don't, like I said, I don't have the capacity to do that right now.
Right. And everybody's at a different level. And I hate to use the word level. That's not the right word. You know, everybody's got a different approach. Everybody's got a different situation, you know?
Right.
You know, and it seems like every day we talk about just because it's right for me doesn't mean it's right for Derek. I mean, you know, a couple of things are that come up every day. Building relationships. What's right for me may not be right for you. You know, it seems like we hit on those every day. And I think it's because those are important topics. Anyway, it's not like we're out here scheduling to talk about this stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It comes up in conversation. I think it comes up in conversation like this because it's so important. You know?
Exactly. So Amazon is a monster. As with all monsters, you got to keep it well fed. Exactly. You know, you're right. You're right, Cliff.
You know, and I don't want anybody to be afraid of Amazon. I'm far from being at the Scott level. You know, the bearded picker. Or, you know, not that I'm afraid to get at that level. You know, but you can do things at whatever level or whatever, you know, you want. You know, but don't be afraid of it. It's number one, you got to know the rules. I mean, you can get into it. I'm more of I hate to say onesie twosie. I'm not going to send in, you know, 1,000 of one product. No, like you're talking about, I don't have the financial ability, you know, the ability financially to go out and buy 1,000 of one product that costs $2 a piece, and I can make 8. You know, I don't have that ability. Some of us don't, but you can still go source items and grab 5 or 6 of an item, send them in.
Yeah.
You know, send things in as you can. You know,
right.
You don't have to jump in head first and think, oh, I've got to be like all these people that are making millions of dollars or, you know, selling millions of dollars on Amazon. You can still do it and make good money and grow it at your own pace, you know.
Good morning, Dawn. Dawn, I'm gonna. I sent you a PM earlier. Please give me a call. Give me a PM. Shoot me up via PM later on when you get a chance. Be greatly appreciated. Debbie says, "Don't fear Amazon, but make sure it's what you want to do." It's true. It's true. If you don't want to do it, then it's not worth you taking the time because all that paperwork you have to do. I mean, just the first. You have to might as well first and your last kids might as well hand it to them with all the paperwork.
Right. I mean, it's not bad. I start out and I think the easiest entry point into Amazon is selling books because that's what, you know, like we talked the other day, you know, eBay was born and bred on collectibles and one-offs and things like that and auctions. Amazon's primary, they're where they came for was the book category, you know,
right?
And they make books so easy to sell because that's where they started,
you
know, and it's an easy, you know, you can buy books a lot cheaper. You can, you know, most thrift stores have books for $1 or less. You know, the risk isn't as high.
I mean, you look at their first product was the Amazon Kindle. I mean, so that's how they get started. I mean, that's how they sold books that you can watch on a tablet. You know.
Yeah. Morning, Glenn. Welcome in. Glad you could make it. But yeah, that I think that's where a lot of people start. I started selling on Amazon. I'd have to look back at my sales reports and stuff like that, either 2006 or 2009, or somewhere in between. But it was I wasn't going out scanning books. I had a friend that worked for a bookstore, and they had a monthly employee sale. They'd go in there, they could buy any book that was in in a certain section of the warehouse for $1 a piece, brand new books. And he was bringing home. I said, if you're going in there, you can do that. Bring home all the computer books you can. If they're $1 and they're current, and he was bringing home just not truckloads, but he would fill up the back of his little 4-door car and come home, and he'd hand them out in the neighborhood because legally he could not sell them as an employee on Amazon.
Right.
He said, sell it on Amazon. You give me half of whatever our profit is.
Nice.
And he was buying the books, which wasn't bad. But we were doing all merchant fulfilled. FBA was either non-existent or just getting started.
Good morning, Michelle Lathan just showed up. Dita, hey, what's up? What's up, Jordan? Just came in. So what about you, Anthony? You said you've done a little bit of Amazon, right?
You know what? I haven't sold on Amazon yet. No, I've been wanting to. My problem is I hate the idea of buying a bunch of stuff and being gated in it, or not having like good opportunity right off the bat. And I'm not really a huge fan of like buying stuff at a higher cost and nickel and diming myself, having to sell bulk of it, because I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like, a good bit of my profits go to like paying bills and stuff for the household. So my business model still is getting stuff dirt cheap and flipping it for as high as I can. That's why I'm constantly going to yard sales, to flea markets, to the bins, because I can get stuff so cheap there. I haven't really graduated yet to having the bankroll where I can just go out and spend thousands of dollars and wait on it to sell.
Yeah, well, that's what we were just talking about. That, like you said, you don't have to have that in books. Like you said, sometimes you can get books 5, 6, 7, 20 of them, put in a box and send it off. I mean, no.
But on the same hand, you can spend a lot of money getting into books because it's addictive, especially if you've got long-term books that don't sell as well.
Right.
Amazon isn't bad. I don't want people to get that thought, because it's a very profitable. But I'm with you, Anthony. You said you don't like to work those smaller profit margin items. I'm in the same boat. I understand Amazon is a velocity thing, but number one, to make decent money on something I'm profiting $1 or $2, I've got it's almost like buying penny stocks.
Yeah.
In a sense, if you're gonna do penny stocks, you got to buy in volume to make any kind of money to turn your $1,000 into $5,000.
And it's not that I won't sell something for $1 or $2, because I do it all the time with Pokemon cards and stuff like that. But that's stuff that I'm buying in bulk and just kind of piecing out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't actually invest in something knowing, okay, well, I'm going to make $1 or $2 off of this. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to invest in something, like, I need to make a minimum of $10 back.
Right.
And we're not saying it's wrong if somebody's in that model of selling mass quantities of lower margin items on Amazon. It's just the decisions that we made again.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times I get to the point of, where's my time best spent? Where's my time going to make me the most money? And that could be, is it spending more time on YouTube? Is it listing more items I picked up at yard sales, garage sales on eBay? Is it going out and trying to source or retail arbitrage items? You got to look at that and say, where's my time best spent? Not from a time management perspective, but from financials perspective. Because your time is money. Where you spend your money, where you spend your time is where you're going to make your money.
Yep.
And then you have it held up, so you got to make sure that it's going to be either a quick return or you're hoping that it will sell within the next couple of days, but this happens a lot. You buy something, and I know it's sold multiple times, and then all of a sudden it just now your time comes up and it just doesn't sell. Like you said yesterday, you've had what 2 pieces that you've had on for what almost 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah. So
and it was funny because when they sold, I saw the picture, and I was like, oh, that's when I took pictures on my laminate floor. You know, it's got the it's the wood, not the hardwood, but it's the the one that looks like hardwood.
Right.
And that's where I started off taking my pictures when I first started, because I didn't have enough cash flow to invest in a light kit and all that, and finally I did. But
yeah, I still have stuff like that. I got a question on an item this morning where you can kind of see my kitchen table, as kind of the backdrop of it.
Good morning, Jameson's Closet, and good morning, Harlan, Lisa C. Everybody's coming in now. They finally all got the things. So thanks for coming in. Yeah, I got it. I got it. When I was doing Facebook Marketplace, I didn't have a regular still camera. I couldn't. So I was just taking pictures here, holding the piece up like this, and I would take the picture, and then all of a sudden, I had a picture that was behind me. You don't know how many times. Oh, excuse me. Are you selling the picture behind you? I'm like, no.
Yeah. Welcome in, Bluegrass Thrift. How are you? But yeah, and that's one thing that I don't know if it's Etsy or eBay or what. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people talk about it, and is when you're taking pictures that a lot of people want to put the flower next to the item or something like that. A lot of people are saying it's pretty much common that if it's not included in your sale or your item or your listing, don't put it in the picture.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think things have changed, over time, and you don't see that as much as you used to. But that's good. Jordan says he's had really solid sales since the 4th is over. He's selling those penny items for 37 cents. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Jordan. Jordan is the king of picking up those penny items at Dollar General for sure.
Jordan, did you go today? Because today's the day. I know Rise and Grind made a video yesterday, but my 2 stores, the stuff's or not doesn't even it doesn't even exist. That's how bad it is around here.
Right.
It's like they're either gone or just so. Lisa C said you should see some of the motorcycle parts pics. Buxom babes.
Rebecca finally got her first sale of July. Good deal. Well, hey, sometimes you have rough times. One thing is you just got to be thankful that you did get the sale. You could have been another couple of days, and I don't mean you, Rebecca. I just mean in general.
Yeah.
When sales are slow, like we've talked about, that's time to work harder. But sometimes you can't control sales. Just be thankful for what you get.
Does anybody have any plans for this weekend yet? For what you're gonna do for sourcing, or you guys are just gonna try to?
I honestly haven't even fired the treasure map up yet, so let me take a look.
I'm here. That's right. It's still early, and sometimes people don't.
Oh dang! Look at my treasure map. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's literally no bleeps.
Oh my god!
So I'm hoping it's just too early in the week.
I think.
Right.
So yeah, there's literally none. That sucks.
Yeah, there's 4 in a 20-mile radius right now, but some people wait till midweek or some reason.
Yeah,
because yard sale treasure map pulls directly just from Craigslist. Is all it does.
Right.
But you can manually add things, I think, but I think the majority of it is Craigslist.
When I went Sunday to the flea market. One flea market was great. One flea market was overpriced, and that was really surprising because that flea market's usually never overpriced. But I did better on free stuff than I did going to the flea markets.
Right.
So
That's cool. Dom's having a garage sale to dump some of their death pile. That's good. That's a good idea.
come to
Yeah,
Michigan.
it'd be a little tough to get to Michigan to buy some of your stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Good morning, Ciosa. Rebecca says she has the app and she never has dots. Yeah, I find it's hit or miss in different areas. Treasure Map works really well in Pittsburgh. I can definitely attest to that. It works very well here.
It works well around here too. And I know me and Anthony, we need to talk later because it's about September. If we're gonna do the treasure map through Rhode Island and Mass. If you guys, all right.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, because Tommy and Destiny want to do it too. So
cool.
We'll have, yeah. So, but good morning, Sue Sales. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, well, isn't Craigslist different? What is it called? Something else. I thought it was called something else up in Canada, not Craigslist. It's what's it called? There's another name for it. It's not Craigslist.
I know.
I've heard it before, but I can't think of what it's called. Because I watch Kijiji. That's what it is. Kijiji.
What's the story behind it being Kijiji? That's like the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Is that like for Greg or something?
Yeah, it's weird.
Tommy says boys list. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought. I couldn't remember the name, Cliff. I like at the Bargain Barons and a lot of people that I watch up in Canada, they say it was Kijiji.
Actually, I just opened up Craigslist, and you can go to Canadian cities on Craigslist.
Yeah. Yep. You can go. I think you can even go into too. So.
Oh, that's cool. He says it's Swahili for village.
Cool. Okay. Gotcha. Means neighbor or something like that. Yeah.
I know very limited Swahili from going on mission trips over to Africa.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. Never been to Africa.
It's hot. Very hot.
I bet. I know our church has made some trips over there.
We always
do a lot. There's something they build a lot. I know a lot of churches do. They build the wells over there in some of the areas. Mm-hmm. There's some group that there's program they participate in or something. Can't remember what it is though. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the organization I partner with over there puts on big festivals. You know, where they preach the gospel to like hundreds of thousands of people and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. You know, it's like a adventure type mission trip more so than like a work type mission trip.
Okay.
Pretty awesome.
Cliff says it's 3% use Craigslist and 97% use Kijiji.
Wow.
Wow.
Jordan was asking anybody else uses a lister. I don't. I hate listing, but it's like I've got items around the house that I hate to pay somebody to do because I know I can do it.
Yeah.
You know? And again, just because I do it or you choose one way doesn't mean that it's right, you know?
Yeah. That's listing too. Just out of curiosity, how much does one pay a lister?
I think most of them that do it are using like VAs that are overseas.
Uh-huh.
And then I think they're really just paying pennies on the dollar. And that's probably why people are doing it. If anybody in the chat does use a lister or uses a VA, please correct me if I'm wrong. But I know that John Chartier came on Scott's show and they talked about that one day.
One day, yep.
It's an hourly rate, but the one when he talked about it on that show, they were using a third party that does all the lines them up for you. So obviously you're paying a premium for that service, as opposed to going through a Fiverr or there's a lot of contractor type marketplace websites where you can go out there and say, hey, I need somebody to do this task, and everybody will bid on it. Well, a lot of those people that are bidding on them are from overseas, and then they just won't work, and they can afford to bid pennies on the dollar.
Want to welcome in Aaron Marcus in the Suburban Bayard. What's up, Josh? And hopefully Manny's doing your listing for you, and says he's hires his stepmom for $1 a listing.
Yeah, I mean that's reasonable. If you get efficient at it, and it really depends. Right. Are they doing all the pictures? They doing all the descriptions? They doing all the pulling the comps, trying to set pricing for you?
That would definitely be the benefit if they do all that other stuff. Because for me, taking pictures is just easy. If I'm taking all the pictures, it'd be just easy enough just to list it right there.
Yeah, I think if you do one step in the process, you might as well do the whole thing. Because not one piece of the equation, whether it's like you said, taking the picture, doing the research, putting the title, putting the description, all that stuff. I mean, each individual piece is not that hard, but once you put all together, it takes a little bit of time. If I can do one, I might as well do all of it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Good morning, Just Me, Kathy, Tommy Bernard. Just wanted to give everybody else a heads up. We're gonna cut it short, 15 minutes today. I know it's on my channel, but we have an obligation with my boys, so we need to go and get that done. So we're going to be ending at 10:45 today, and tomorrow we're going on Tommy's channel tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Unless he doesn't feel good, then we can jump on mine. We'll do that by ear.
Yep.
So I'll drop a link to mine just so you guys have it, just in case it's there tomorrow.
So
I re-uploaded the video on the new channel I started.
Right.
Got taken down yesterday for some reason.
Really?
I don't know why. I just re-uploaded the same one. It's still up there after 45 minutes. So.
Cool. So, but yeah, that I guess everybody, if they have stepmoms, I guess they're gonna start hiring them, because Kathy wants to Jordan, he wants to rent your mom, so mother and stepmom, so
that's cool. I've talked to, I don't know if anybody's heard of the app called Sellhound.
No.
And I'm not. If I bring things up, I'm not affiliated with any of these sites or these apps. It's just things I've run into. I got an email from her. I've talked to her once or twice. I'm debating on bringing her on my channel. Sellhound helps you with the listing process. So you take the picture in the app, and that's it. And they do everything just like a lister would. So it's kind of like an app that handles the listing process for you. Not sure what their fee is. It is per listing, and they did offer a free. At one point, they were offering free for a certain period of time. But I think I got the email this morning. There was a limited number of items they would allow you to use in the app. Things you could take pictures of. I think they're down to just doing clothing and boutique type items, but might be something people want to look into if you're wanting to go that route. Where you wouldn't have to pay somebody by the hour or whatever. But Kathy uses it. Maybe we could talk about it one day. I'm curious. I've talked to the lady once or twice, and about if you're using it, is it just clothing now? I thought that's what I saw in the email I got either yesterday or this morning. But literally, you just take a couple of pictures, and they do the market research. They do everything behind it.
Wow.
That's cool.
I don't know what the charge is per listing. It's just like a virtual. It's like a virtual lister. You do it all through the app, though.
So I like the way Jordan has his set up. Like that's a great thing to do, because he's helping out his stepmom too at the same time. You know what I mean? And he's bringing her in. Like if I had somebody like that I'd be like, hey, come on down my basement, and I could trust you to not steal stuff, and you know what I mean, and I could genuinely help that person. I would totally do what he's doing. You know what I mean? Because $1 a listing, like just that'll bring in all the extra listings. Going to bring in a bunch of additional sales.
Yeah. Well, I know. I guarantee you, because I know how you are, Anthony, that you would have, if you still had the church, you would have a couple of people from the church come on over. Let's get this going.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'd be
if-
raising money for the church out of it.
right?
I don't know why I never thought of doing it whenever we had the church.
I mean, you never know when you've got somebody that's, down in the luck financially or,
Right.
looking for a job, and, it would benefit both parties.
Our church was straight up in the hood, so we were dealing with like the poorest of the poor. The community our church was in was the poorest community in all of Westmoreland County where I live. So, we super low income.
You catch that one kid that you teach him something, and that's what they always say. Yes, people can be down in the dumps. Yes, people are struggling. But what is it? How was it said? You give a person a fish, they eat for a day. You teach a person how to fish, they'll eat for the rest of their lives.
Yep.
We were talking about Cellhound. Kathy uses to fetch comps, and it does have a part of it called fetch that's built into the application.
Okay.
It is, I think Tommy, yes, it does work with multi-platform, but I believe, and I haven't used it. I know I read about it and talked to the owner briefly. I've got it on my phone. Give me a second. Cellhound.
Thank you for coming in, Bianca.
Yeah. Cellhound research. The thing they lead with on the app is research, try, fetch, pricing search engine, compare multiple secondhand marketplaces. And then right below it, let us create your eBay listing for you. So they do both. If people are interested in it, I was going to look and see what their pricing is. There was a free. It's one of those things that fits in a 12 by 12 by 12. It says $2.99 a piece. $2.99 per listing.
Well,
but I mean, again, I'm not saying I'm promoting this. I'm just saying it's an option.
Right,
And
right.
if you're interested in it, go out there and check it out.
good morning, Misha. Good morning, Bobby Plowman. How is Mr. Plowman feeling, and how is the new venture working out? Here is a gentleman, Mr. Bobby Plowman, that has to get himself lifted out of bed every day into a wheelchair, and is still doing everything that he can himself.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Bianca, welcome in all the way from the great country of Germany.
Yeah.
What's up, Bianca?
Yep. So yeah, I got to get some stuff listed today.
I do too.
I got tons I need to work on.
Yeah, I've been working on all those 72 GI Joes. I'm going to get them all together today, get pictures taken, and get them up online, because even though I'm sitting on $10, that's $10 that I can put these all together and make close probably 500. That's
Yep.
what I'm sitting.
If it just sits over there, you're not going to make any money.
Right, exactly.
I'm in the same boat, and
Yep.
it's just so hard to get that through my dang thick skull that unlisted inventory makes me no money.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's kind of where I am too. I have so much stuff, like just trying to clear out over here, and I moved a lot of stuff over to the other side of the basement, so now I'm on 2 death piles.
That's that reorganizing clutter, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Out of sight, out of mind. Put a blanket over the top of it so you can't see it.
Good morning, Rusty Raccoon. Good morning, Paul. And D is here. Good morning, D. So I'm glad that D has showed up. D has picked up. You see all the hats she picked up and the pins? Man, she's got a big pile to go through now.
I found another new with tags hat yesterday. It was a rugby hat. It was pretty cool. It caught my eye because it was a dry fit look material, which is not really common with a hat. It's Carlsbad or something like that. It was a really cool looking hat. It was like $1.99. I think I got it. Yeah, Kathy, just me. Kathy's talking about being a control freak, and feels odd releasing control over her listings to somebody else. Yeah, I can understand that.
Especially because you're liable for them in the end.
Exactly.
Well, I think the way it works, and please don't hold me to this because I'm not 100% sure, but I think the way it works is they do all the the draft, all the research and draft it, and you can go in and review it and say, yeah, you submit it to your eBay account. They do it within the app.
Gotcha.
And there's a way. I assume it all gets pushed out through the API, but I don't think they actually publish it to your eBay store.
Wow, is that true? Goodrich Hunting. Ross Perot just passed away.
Yeah, that billionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
That's sad. I liked Ross Perot. Yeah, but he was trying to run for president multiple times. He was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so if everybody, Deb, you can do that. If anybody who is a content creator, if you want to put in 19 in the chat, we can get everybody linked in. So if you haven't subscribed to anybody, like I said, we got about 10 minutes left, guys, before we have to end this a little earlier today. But we definitely want to be able to have everybody enjoy the show. I see we have 33 people in, so it's a great show today again.
There we go.
And
Uh-oh.
like I said, chat to us is important. I'm glad that you're all here.
Speaking of books,
And go ahead.
just sold a book.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Textbook.
So,
What kind of book you got?
It's a Bible commentary book.
That's right. That's one of
Okay.
the items I have to ship this morning. Is a Bible.
Mhm.
And Bibles sell well.
yeah,
That's
why I picked up that one from 1897, I think it was. Let me see. It's over here.
with Bible selling is a good thing. Getting the word out there.
Yep.
I
Absolutely.
don't pick up just the run of the mill. It's just like anything else. It has to catch my eye. I know a lot of the red letter editions, the large print, the concordances sometimes, the study Bibles I've done real well with. What was this one? The one I just sold. I've already got it in the thing.
Look at this one, Anthony.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
So it's stated on the inside, 1891.
Wow.
Wow.
That's cool.
No. Yeah, that's
Any of the ones I find that are that, maybe not that old, but getting older like that, they're just in terrible, rough condition. That was for its age, that was in pretty good shape.
It is. The spine is a little off on just the area here, but I mean that's in really good shape considering.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
I know.
So,
Typically with Bibles, I'm picking up anything that has either a leather, cover to it, or and I'm not saying don't pick up the ones that aren't leather, but that's just people aren't going to pay up for just an average Bible.
Typically, if I come across Bibles like that, those are like my giveaway Bibles. Like any of like the nice leather bound ones or anything like that. Those are the ones I sell.
signed on the back inside too.
Wow.
Cool.
That is cool. 1891.
Yep. So,
I hope I look that good after being around that long.
so, all right, guys. Anthony, you have any final says to our rest of our crew?
Just get out there and do what you do. Don't let anybody else tell you what you do is wrong, because if what you do works for you, that's good. It's good enough. If you guys are interested, like I said, 2 p.m. today, I'll be on my channel for Bible study. Feel free to swing by. It's open to everyone. Over to Craig.
I think I'm going to kind of going with that same type thought. Don't try and compare yourself to other people. And not just on a reselling business, reselling level, but, don't think that just because somebody's doing a certain thing that you should do it. Don't think that just because somebody has a thermal printer that you need one. Everybody's at different levels. And again, I hate to use the word level because I don't want it to be condescending on that just because somebody's further along, they're better. It's not. Just do what works for you. Gather your information, figure out what works for you, and be the best you can be.
Yeah.
That's it. So, guys, like I said, for me, just keep a positive attitude. I know it's slow. Enjoy the summer. Remember, it's not always. You don't always have to have those big sales. Those little sales will help, but being with family and friends sometimes is more important than making $2 on a sale. So
Yeah, for sure.
you know. All right, guys, we're gonna finish this up. I want to thank everybody who came into the chat. Thanks again. We will be doing this on Tommy's channel. If Tommy has a problem, it will go over to Anthony's channel.
Mhm.
So we'll let everybody know. If you don't get a reminder, we will make that announcement. Either I'll have Tommy make an announcement if it's not going to be on his channel. But please stick with us. We love doing this for you guys. Chat means very much to us. And so I want to thank everybody for the day. And
Best thing you guys can do is just to make sure you're subscribed to all 4 of us, because that way you'll never miss a show. And make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you'll get notified as soon as the show starts.
Yep. Debbie, do you have Tommy the Bargain Effects link? If you don't mind dropping that before we
head out,
everybody will know tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of people in the chat already have it, but
right. So
good deal.
Let her put it up, and then we'll say goodbye and have a lot of fun, and hopefully everybody can have a safe and great week. And we'll, like I said,
I'll go grab it.
give her a second.
I can go grab it.
That's okay. We understand. That happens.
Did you put it in the description of this video?
There you go. Here it is.
In the bottom, I've been putting the links of everybody, and I'm even putting in tags of our channels in it too.
Nice.
I think it worked. I don't know. It's helping. So, all right. Oh, she did it, Tommy, and both of you guys did it. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Hopefully, we'll have a good day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. NASCAR Man 3345 out. More toys, more fun. Later.